What's up, Mavletic lovers and listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Maverick Postgame. We hope some of you got to see some of our athletics this past week. If not, don't worry, because today we got another full show for you as football demolishes Adams State.
And men's soccer falls to the Roadrunners.
Plus, the women's soccer continues to dominate over rival Roadrunners.
And volleyball will extend their winning streak.
All of that and so much more as we move ahead into this recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. So with that being said, I'm your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I'm Bonnie Duffy.
Let's dive into all the game-breaking stats, off-the-wall wins, heartbreaking losses, and in-depth analysis of our CMU athletics. Roll it!
Hello everyone, once again, I am Bonnie Duffy.
And I am Grace Metcalf. Let's hop right in and take a look at all the Mavtastic action that took place this week here at CMU. In a breakout offensive performance, Colorado Mesa's football team rolled up 585 yards on Saturday in a dominant 52-10 RMAC rout of Adams State University. Brandon Belgrave got it started early, breaking off a 48-yard run on the second play of the game to give the Mavs the ball inside the red zone on the 15. CMU had to settle for a field goal. However, with Kobe May, who took over the kicking duties from Sullivan Moon, connecting from 21 yards out, up 10-0 after overcoming a pair of holding penalties in a 10-play 70-yard drive that culminated in a 4-yard touchdown run by Aiden Taylor early in the second quarter. The Mavericks forced the Grizzlies to punt, and the offense struck quickly. Leo Amav immediately connected with his prep teammate, Kazon Villa, for a 71-yard strike for a 17-0 lead with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. And the Mavs weren't finished. A pair of freshman defensive linemen gave the offense the ball back when Hunter Hamilton forced a fumble, and Omarius Dimry Lockhart smothered it on the Adams State 29 with 33 seconds remaining in the half. The turnover held up under challenge, and a couple of completions to Villa moved the ball to the 3 and 7 seconds with 7 seconds remaining. The Mavericks called timeout, and Amave came back with a swing pass to Miles Newbold for another touchdown and a 24-0 halftime lead. Adams State ended the shutout in the third quarter with a touchdown, but an unsportsmanlike conduct call forced the Grizzlies to kick off from their own 20. Noah Greer found a gaping hole on the left side on the return and raced 88 yards untouched for a touchdown. Taylor added a 2-yard touchdown late in the third quarter for a 38-10 lead, and several reserves got significant playing time in the fourth quarter. Junior transfer Alex Cardona got 11 carries for 81 yards and a touchdown, his first as a Maverick, and up 45-10, Cole Hansen took over at quarterback for Amav. The redshirt sophomore transfer from Minot State guided CMU on an 8-play, 45-yard scoring drive, keeping the ball around the left side for a 25-yard touchdown with just more than 3 minutes to play. As a team, the Mavericks had a total of 585 yards with 396 on rushing and 189 on passing. Meanwhile, Adams State only recorded 225 total with 81 rushing and 144 passing. Colorado Mesa's defense allowed the Grizzlies to convert only 3 of 14 third down attempts and forced 8 punts. Conversely, CMU was 7 of 11 on third down, scored on 5 of 6 chances in the red zone, and did not punt.
The Colorado Mesa University men's soccer team would suffer their 6th loss of the season in Sunday's contest as they fell in the RMAC match against opponent Metropolitan State University Denver in a 2-0 decision. At Assembly Athletic Complex, the Roadrunners would challenge offensively early in the match as they tallied both of their goals in the first half and both within 5 minutes of each other. They would first score in the 24th minute with the long Roadrunner drive down the pitch, with Cooper Landry crossing the ball to Charlie Masmuto in the center of the penalty area, who would then kick the ball to the bottom right corner of the net to take the early 1-0 lead. The Roadrunners would then attack again in the 29th minute, as Dallas Bayer would receive a long leading pass upfield, which he then displayed some fancy footwork before chipping the ball past a driving Mav goalkeeper into the left side. Of both of the net, Luke Bone would receive the assist on the goal. As the game now moved to 2-0 in the second half, would provide combined shots from the teams, but neither would find the net as the match ended at 2-0 with Metro defending any comeback attempts the Mavs were trying to build. As a team, the Mavericks recorded 10 shots with 4 being on goal, while the Roadrunners recorded 14 shots with 8 being on goal. This game was yet another penalty-racked game, with the Mavs having 7 to MSU's 9.
The Colorado Mesa University women's soccer team would take down top conference opponent Metropolitan State University Denver on Sunday as they outlasted the Roadrunners in a 2-1 victory at Assembly Athletic Complex. The Mavericks entered Sunday's game on a 4-game win streak as they are now a perfect 5-0 to start conference play. With the victory, they now set tied for first in the conference lead with Colorado School of Mines. Colorado Mesa would score their first goal on the day in the 7th minute after a foul led to a 3-person scoring play. Upon being granted a free kick from around midfield, the Mavs' Ali Wachel would launch the ball down into the Roadrunners' penalty area, where it would first land in front of Sarah Dunn, who would then pass it over to Randall to make a short-range shot and score for the early 1-0 lead. Both Dunn and Wachel would earn assists on the play, with this being Wachel's first assist and points of the season. Kylie Wells would add to that lead in the 23rd minute when she would make a defender fall before dribbling all alone towards the left side of the box to put a shot in the right corner of the net and score for the 2-0 lead. Metro would close that deficit by 1 goal when they would get their only score of the day in the 61st minute on a penalty kick. After a corner kick attempted by the Roadrunners would lead to the Mavs fouling in the penalty box, it was Metro's Kalani New who would attempt and be successful on the PK to move the game to 2-1, still in Colorado Mesa's favor. As a team, the Mavericks recorded 11 shots, with 6 being on goal, while the Roadrunners recorded 8 shots, with all 8 on goal. The Lady Mavs recorded poorly in penalties, with 15, but the Roadrunners would offset with their 6 offsides calls.
The nation's 16th ranked Colorado Mesa University Mavericks overcame 3rd and 4th set deficits to win those sets and the match in 25-21, 22-25, 26-24, 25-23 over visiting Adams State University on Saturday afternoon in Brownson Arena. Right side hitter Sierra Hunt once again led the Mavericks, tallying 20 kills, while All-America's outside hitter Sydney Leffler finished with 15. Hunt had recorded a career high in Friday's 5-set win over CSU Pueblo, while Leffler tallied 20 in that match. Sophomore Nicole Martin also matched her Friday night effort with 10 kills, as Maverick setter Sabrina Vandalist recorded 52 assists and 13 digs to register her 4th consecutive double-double. Vandalist also added 5 kills. A pair of service aces and a block-up Maverick libero Allison Waller also chipped in a match-high 19 digs, while the Mavericks recorded 5 solo and 9 total blocks, while relying heavily on defensive specialists Jordan Woods, Marley Clossy, Honey Johnson, and Ryan Mason, who combined for 20 more digs, giving CMU a 72-57 advantage in that category. As a team, the Mavericks recorded a 19.5 hitting percentage, while the Grizzlies had a 13.6%. The Lady Mavs also managed 164 attempts, with MSU keeping it close with 154. The Mavericks improved to 13-3 overall and 5-1 in Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference play, with their 5th straight overall win and their 6th straight overall triumph at home. They also knocked off the Grizzlies 14-13, 1-5 RMAC, for the 9th straight time since 2016, while improving to 8-1 as this home season.
Brooke Miller and Kirsten Williams both finished within the top 10% of the field as the Colorado Mesa University Mavericks women's cross-country team ran to an impressive 10th place finish out of 36 teams at the Lewis Crossover Invitational on Saturday. The Mavericks, receiving votes in the last 3 U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association's NCAA Division II poll, finished with a team score of 331 points as they finished 2 spots higher than number 22 Walsh, and behind only the other 9 nationally ranked squads in the deep and large fields of 334 finishers.
CMU's men finished 33rd with 863 points as Tristan Charles led the Mavericks with a 153rd place time of 25 minutes and 40.9 seconds on the 8-kilometer course. Drexel Cox was the Mavs' number 2 man in the 25 minutes 46.8 seconds. Good for 168th place, while Kevin Degree, the team's leader in the first 2 races of the season, and South Dakota Mines transfer Ryan O'Loughlin were just outside the top 200 in 205th place and 206th place. They finished in 25 minutes and 59.7 seconds and 26 minutes and 0.6 seconds, respectively.
Freshman Chantal Tupaz and the Colorado Mesa University women's triathlon team both took second in the Division II portion of the overall standings at the West National Qualifier. Tupaz completed the sprint distance event with a time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 37 seconds, as she placed 27th in the overall field of 128 triathletes, including 114 finishers who went off in 2 separate waves, with the triathletes' finishing times merged for the overall results. Now that we have recapped some of the games, it's time to announce our Maverick of the Week. Our Maverick of the Week goes to Brooke Miller. Brooke led the Mavericks cross-country team for the 2nd straight race. She finished the 6,000-meter course in 21 minutes and 54.6 seconds to place 28th overall and 26th amongst those counting for team scores. Congratulations, Brooke, for your outstanding performance. You are a Maverick of the Week. We are now at the end of our show, and it is time for closing statements. My closing thought is on men's soccer. Their latest game is the 3rd time the Mavericks have been shut out this season, as they are still searching for their first win in conference play. I'm hoping the team can pull it together to get at least 1 conference win.
Let's hope they can get it together. My closing thoughts are about how it's homecoming week. I know Brina talked about all the different events going on campus, but I'm really excited for the football game because everyone knows that sports are better. The football team has been on a crazy winning streak after beating Mines and then demolishing Adams State. I can't wait to see what the homecoming game has in store.
I can't either. And if you're going to be missing the homecoming game, do not fret, for our amazing team will get those highlights for our episode next week. And now that we have wrapped up all the action from this week and given our closing thoughts, it's time to close the show. Thank you everyone so much for joining us this week on Maverick Postgame, the best show at CMU-TV. I've been your host, Grace Metcalf.
And I've been Bonnie Duffy.
Be sure to go check out our channel, 62.2, for more games and updates. We'll catch you next week on all new recap-packed episode of Maverick Postgame. Stay safe, Mavs. Study hard. Go to a game or two. And of course, have yourselves a amazing day.